I'm just setting up the laptop as usual, getting ready to go. This thing's not set the right tilt, is it? Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to. First, I'm gonna go like this. Oh, laptop. Nobody's here. So, actually, I'm gonna tilt this a little more. It's kind of out of whack slightly. Okay, let's. Now we have to do it the other way too. So, hello, Deborah. How's it going? I'm just trying to get this thing to work a little more properly. Got my gimbal to support my camera on the phone, but it's a little out of whack. Okay, that's a little better. Well, sort of. It's still kind of tilted a bit. Yeah. Not so bad that way. But when I go that way, it's tilted. Damn. Oh well. We'll just have to leave it like that for now. It's probably better than it was before. Hey, Carl, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Mamma Mia, Darlene. Oh, the gang's all here. Oh, it's good stuff. Got my pot of healthy, organic wild teas, bulk teas. I got a whole bunch of stuff in there. I'm all blurry. Really? Really? Still blurry, eh? That's strange. Look at my lap. Yeah. Wow, that's too weird. I'm all blurry on my laptop too. That's very strange. I should have a really good connection right by the visitor center. And I'm using my own data on my phone. Oh, there it goes. I think it cleared up. Oh, still a little blurry, but yeah. What the hell is that about? So, the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people saying blurry. Man, what the hell is that about? That shouldn't be happening. Now it's cleared up. It's cleared up the laptop. You guys. Carl, looks like underwater. Oh, well, this city. I don't know why. Like I'm in a really good. I, it's not. Oh, so is the blurry gone away? Because it's clear on the laptop, but it's right now, so I can't tell what's going on. As Carl said, better. Yes, there you go. So I know it's so Deborah says yes, not good now. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was weird. I went dead here too. I shut down the laptop. I mean, I don't need it. I was talking to you guys, looking this way, and I look back and it says reconnecting, and nothing was happening. Wow, you guys didn't go anywhere. Yeah, this has to be more like this kind of thing, but it's tilted. I just can't get this thing to sit right most of the time. I know what I'm gonna do. Or I'm gonna try and do. Everything's in my way. Never mind. Just leave it like that for now. Ah, good idea. But I will do this. Okay, let's see that. Oh, that's better, I think. Yeah, sorry about that. Just propping it up better. Anyway, let me get back to this. So the laptop's down. I don't think it had anything to do with it. I don't know, but I have no idea what that was all about. But anyway, I gotta lean in now. Is my voice breaking up still? Hi, Lila. How's it going? Oh, Jeffy Bear's got Starlink. I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, yeah. I've been meaning to look into that, but I'm not at the right place for that right now. But and I mean in life, not where I'm sitting. Aisha, how you doing? Kieran, I don't think about the past too much. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do so. Anyway, let me know if my voice is doing going off or whatever. Uh, okay, there we go. Picture still very blurry, even though we have good sound from you going good in Edmonton. At least the sun is shining. Okay, the sun's shining in Edmonton, but the picture's still blurry. Still not good. Better picture now. Whoops. I don't understand what's going on. You got to give me better information there. Where'd that go? Okay, nothing's happening. There we go. And not only am I having problems with this feed and everything, but I've got to deal with trolls. Okay, it's good now. Deborah says it's good now. Lone Fodger. Hello, how are you? What, did it go off again, Deborah? Oh my God. Huh. No, actually, I'm not on the the Wi-Fi or anything. I'm using my own personal data, and I've got really good data. That's what I'm using. That's why I don't figure it out. But what do you call it? Use my phone for a hotspot for my laptop because the Wi-Fi sucks generally, and most of the time the laptop buffers. Even though I'm just checking the comments and that, but then when it's buffering, the comments aren't moving. But no, it's my own data I'm on right now. And not only am I trying to figure this out, these technical difficulties, but I'm dealing with a bunch of trolls right now. So everyone's getting a bad connection, eh? Oh crap! Oh, I don't know what to do. Well, I have a basic idea. Anyway, I guess I was going to show you my tea and everything. I'm having tea right now, but having my nice glass pot of tea with some really good herbal stuff and everything. You might have heard that earlier, just didn't see it. I don't know what you're seeing now, but hmm. No circuit craft. I am not. I am not. So, not everyone's commenting here. I'm only getting comments from a couple of people, so I'd like to hear some more people. Everybody. Is the picture bad? Is the sound bad? Is it going in and out? What's it doing? Let me know what's going on. And if it's not going to work out again this time, I'm just going to shut her down and reload again, and see how that goes. Huh. Oh, it's clear? Huh. I got it clear from Deborah. I'm not seeing Carl or, okay, better, Carl. Better, but is it still kind of screwy? Like it's not, is it perfect? That's what I want. Okay. Oh, Night Owl, how you doing? You picture's good and the sound's good. Okay, we're gonna go with that and go and keep going for a bit. But as it goes along, let me know if it's even the slightest bit bad, because I believe I can just shut down the live stream and then just reboot, start it up again right from scratch. And theoretically, that should take care of the situation. And if that doesn't work, then I have no idea what's going on because I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I mean, I could check. I'm sure I turned my Wi-Fi off just so it doesn't interfere because the phone will like to, when you're on your own data and it gets into a spot where there's more Wi-Fi signals, the phone likes to try and jump onto the Wi-Fi, um, and save your data kind of thing, sort of deal. But it doesn't always work well. So a lot of times I just have to turn it off, especially for the live. I've always had to turn it off lately to get this thing going. Anyway, I'm having some really good bulk herbal tea. Really good blend on going on in here. Moringa. I think everyone out there has heard of moringa tea, right? There's some moringa in here, chrysanthemum, stinging nettle, turmeric, ginger. What else? There's black pepper. Licorice root, dandelion root. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. Anyway, I notice sometimes the comments don't go, aren't moving because nobody's saying something. They're just listening, and stuff like that. But yeah, so no comments are going by, at least that I know of, unless something's happened here. But um, the only reason I know you're still out there or whatever is because the comments move. But anyway, if everything's good and there's no comments, I will assume it's all working right until somebody says no, it's not working right in some form or another for sound or picture or anything like that. So yeah, and I'm also wondering, whoops, hmm, somebody make a comment real quick. Anyone, just comment. I want to see if it's moving. If it's not moving, then something's wrong with the comments. You're probably all talking to me, and I can't see what you're saying because the comments aren't moving. So there we go. Let's just pour some more tea here. Yeah, so far nothing's moving. I swear to God, someone out there must have been saying something. Anyone. I know a bunch of you would make a comment just because I asked. So I got a funny feeling the comments are screwed up. I got a good idea. Hmm. I'm gonna try this again. Well, what a day to start your live day, huh? What a way to start your live day. I don't know. Maybe I could be shut off for all I know because no one's saying anything unless you are. And I'm telling you right now, if you are, I can't see anything moving. And I don't know what. No. See if that works. Okay, wow, look at that. Wow, I played around with the buttons and man, there's a lot of comments. So on my end, it's still screwing up. Anyway, I got to catch up here. So I was going to turn the laptop on and see you there, but I don't need to just. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Black Man RVing. Uh, cool, thanks. Alina, hi. Darlene. Darlene says she can hear me, but not see me. I I go in and out. Oh, okay, Night Owl. You got your phone in your pocket, listening while you do your chores. That's a good way to go. Just hear what's going on. That's really cool. Whoops. No, the teas are all caffeine free. They're all basically like wild. I guess technically, in a way, they're kind of wild foraged, healthy herbal plants, right? No caffeine whatsoever in any of it. Oh, that's cool, Lila. Yeah, yeah. I just I don't know why. I mean, I do like coffee, but I just kind of drank coffee a lot because it was quick and handy, and I just didn't think about it. Oh, I want a coffee. But anytime I stopped and thought about it, it's like I really like tea, and they're better for me, and blah blah blah, right? And so basically, as humans, we're almost on autopilot. We get into routines, and it's really hard to break them. You got to stop and talk yourself out of it. And so that's what I did, and talk myself into doing more of the teas, and it's working. That's cool, yeah. Oh, Black Man RVing. No, actually, I sold the little tiny house on the trailer there. I sold that. Um, Finally, I sold the truck and got what I could for that, and then that's how I bought this motorhome that I'm in. I don't know if you've seen the motorhome kind of deal, but that's the motorhome. Um, and then I had it up for sale, the tiny house and that up for sale for quite a while, and someone finally bought it. Yeah. So, yes, I see your T comment, Deborah. Oh, yeah, I'm just catching up, aren't I? Oh, Carl, happy birthday to Kathy Simpson. Oh, is that your wife? I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth, but hopefully it's not your daughter. Well, it could be either or, right? Anyway, oh, right. You told me that last week. I'm so befuddled right now. I'm not thinking, I'm trying to focus on it. It's your wife's birthday today. Awesome. Happy birthday, Kathy Simpson. Oh, I don't know. I seem to have all this bad luck with lives, well, with a lot of things in life in general. My friend will tell you that for sure. But these lives are just, I try and do the best I can. Get on my, get it a good cell phone location or cell tower location. So I got really good signal, get the Wi-Fi, all that, and still have problems and issues. But happy birthday, Kathy Simpson. Everyone say happy birthday to Kathy Simpson, please. Lila, I am parked at the visitor center by the grassy field in Karamias. It's the only safe place I like to take my dogs now after seeing that snake firsthand. Is what why I want to stop coffee. I'm Coffee's not bad in itself, and never say it's bad, but drinking a lot of it all day kind of thing is probably not great for you. I don't know, everything in moderation anyway. But yeah, right now I basically just have one strong cup of coffee in the morning. It seems to help my function and everything like that. I'm sure you know about that. Um, and after that, I just make a big pot of tea, and I have tea all the rest of the morning and some of the afternoon and that. And if I feel like it, I'll make a second pot. But yeah, just tea's a lot better for you and stuff, and it's healthier. It's more medicinal, and it helps flush your system, not only toxins but all sorts of things and stuff. Oh, Celestial Madagascar vanilla. Yes, I've had that before. I've had that for before. That's good stuff. Celestial seasonings, I believe you mean, right? Jamie, Persona. Oh my God, man. I'm not. I'm good. I want to say something, but I'm not going to. It's not worth it. There we go. Trolls. Oh, Black man RVing. I'm going to be. I wanted to get out of here a long time ago, but just things, take time, one thing at a time. Get rid of the truck, then buy the motorhome. Got to get rid of the trailer and wait around for that. But there's a number of issues with it, not big ones or anything, with this motorhome. I got to work on it. Um, we're gonna eventually, as soon as I get around to it, I'm gonna be installing a diesel heater in here for the winter. We checked the furnace last night, the propane furnace. It's not functioning properly. We got to get that looked at, and the water system. There's the old lines, and they get old and they crack and they fall apart. So I got to put a bunch of PEX lines in and stuff. So a few things. Cupboards are falling off, and just a few things here and there. Nothing really major, but it's this thing's 45 years old, 1979. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on it. But yeah, a lot of the stuff on the inside is going to be done in the wintertime when I don't want to go out much. But we got to get the oh my god, it wasn't working because I almost got disconnected there again, or I did, and then came back online again. I did not. Sorry, we're having minor technical issues again. Wow, this is not having fun. Okay, so why is it not deleting everything? Anyway, I didn't even like the guy's handle. But another troll, and I'm hiding, but it's not going away. Wow. Okay. Okay. So catching up again. Sorry about that, people. Oh, you love the scary video on the snake they did, Darlene. No, it doesn't want to come near us. I mean, they're not interested in us unless we go there and then we corner them and challenge them and make them afraid. Then they're gonna retaliate, right? But they don't come after us. They're just looking for food most of the time or heat from the pavement or something like that. But yeah, I just threw that in because it was kind of impromptu and I thought it was cool. I've never seen a rattlesnake in my life, and I guess obviously I've never seen a diamondback rattlesnake either if I haven't seen any in my life. But wow, that's crazy, black man RVing. That's insane. And you're in Louisiana. That's not insane, but cool. And you hate snakes. I don't mind snakes as long as they're not poisonous, like garter snakes and those things. Anything that's not poisonous, I don't mind. I have an appreciation for them. I just don't like deadly snakes. That's the only ones I don't like. But you had a rattlesnake in your bedroom at one time, and he was stuck to one of those sticky traps for mice or something. Wow, that's crazy, crazy, man, crazy. You definitely don't want a rattlesnake anywhere near or inside your house, or especially your bedroom or anything. There we go. I think everyone's saying happy birthday to Kathy. Yeah, caffeine, Kathy. I'm just catching up again because of the delay here. Actually, you know what, Deborah, you don't drink coffee. Yeah, great. That's awesome. And drinking black tea that does have caffeine, it actually has a higher content of caffeine from leaf to coffee, but um, it's actually a lot more beneficial for you. I can't go into details about explaining it all because I don't remember all the details, and I'm not going to look them up. But actually, drinking black tea is actually better for you than drinking coffee. And I like black tea. I've got some up there and I drink it once in a while, but I like the herbal stuff the best, and it's the most healing and beneficial for you. Yeah, Lila, I definitely didn't need a rattlesnake in my house. Yeah, everybody's. Oh, there, Kathy says hi. Thanks to everyone. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome, Kathy. Oh man, I had to take care of the trolls there. Sandra, yeah, I'm not sure if you're repeating this comment from another video or something, but or if you're just another person saying this. But yeah, you and someone maybe someone else said they didn't know Canada had rattlesnakes. Yeah, and I'm not sure about the rest of Canada, but just I guess I'm gonna say probably about a quarter of the area, full area of BC has rattlesnakes in it. But so it's not a huge portion of the province, but yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this area. I think this area is beautiful and great and wonderful and semi-desert and all that, but got cactus even, and but I just don't care for deadly snakes, especially more around my dogs than anything. Hydrate, hydrate. Ah, that's a good one. Hello, how you doing? Oh, okay. Mark, is that Mark Teal or Thiel? Not sure. Anyway, Mark from Minnesota, you have been around long enough to see Kent's Kitchen and Cooking with Kent and that stuff and the egg omelets and stuff. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully start getting back into that. I can't do big meals and that because I can't eat it myself, and I'm not gonna throw it away, and I'm not gonna invite a bunch of people over to feed them. So, but I really like omelets, and I have no problem eating a omelet all to myself. And I like to make crazy omelets, so we'll be getting that back into that as soon as I get a lot of things organized. I'm trying to stay on top of everything, and a lot of times I don't get back to people's emails and comments and that because I'm just trying to juggle too much at one time. Hydrate. You have a question, okay? I hope it's a good one because we don't like negative ones here. Okay, Patrick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You might have to go to. Yeah, I'm sure of that, Darlene. The old, pretty much any vehicle or trailer or RV or any, most things are built better back in the day than they are now. True, Darlene. True, Darlene. Okay. Yeah, okay, Tyler. You're pretty close by here. Yeah, cool. How's it going, buddy? Um, yeah, I need to get stuff done in here definitely ASAP because the winter's not far from this place and it's cold here. Cold here. Apparently not a huge amount of snow, but it's cold here. Anyway, my next project, next major project, and hopefully we're going to get that done by the end of this month here coming up. Grabbing a diesel heater and having it installed and everything like that, and get that going. Then we'll just work on the rest as we go. As long as I'm dry and warm, we're good. Um, so I'm just still catching up on all this. Oh, Black Man RVN. I am really stoked about this having the motorhome. It's what I wanted originally when I got the tiny house on wheels, but didn't work out financially. So it's been quite a while coming, and I am stoked about having this. And And I've got a lot of really good memories of the little house on trailer, a lot of them, and I do miss it in some ways, and never really in the end really totally wanted to get rid of it, but you got to move on, you got to do what's best for you, and financially speaking, it's the most logical thing to do is get rid of everything and get the motorhome. So yeah. Hey, Miss Grizzly, how you doing? I'm still just catching up. Sorry about that. Oh, you're killing me. Killing. Oh, you forgot. You're killing me, Lila. You made homemade buttermilk blueberry pancakes. Oh my God. Kind of one of my favorites in a way. And you forgot the bacon. Oh, how dare you? You can never forget bacon. I mean, how do you get the most important ingredient of all dishes? Right, Carl? Sandra, I just Googled it in Canada. Whoops. Oh, thanks, Sandra. You just Google it, and Canada has 25 different species of snakes. Oh, okay, but they're not all poisonous, or they're not rattlesnakes, or just different snakes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew we had quite a variety. No, don't worry, Black Man RV, and I am not going to use uh, the other one from a Walmart or anywhere like that, or the Chinese one. I have a Chinese diesel heater. It broke down, and we're not going to use that at all. I've never stopped decluttering yet, Night Owl. I'm still decluttering and decluttering and cleaning out my warehouse or my storage room and everything like that, storage locker. And yeah, this is going to be a long, ongoing project, but it's just kind of life in general, right? But I'll be decluttering for quite a while. I think I got to the bottom of these comments. I believe I'm here. Oh no, I don't have to run my motorhome, Darlene, for the heat in the winter. Install a diesel heater. I could get a gas heater too. Same thing, different fuel. Doesn't really matter, but um, it will have its own fuel container and source, like its own fuel tank for the heater. So, yeah, I can just run that separately off its own tank and fill it up when necessary. And I don't have to run the RV. No, I wouldn't want to do that anyway. It's just not a cool idea. And plus, the RV gives off exhaust fumes in here, and it could, that could be dangerous. But Deborah, you had bacon this morning. Oh, I had bacon a few nights back. Yeah, Carl, don't forget the bacon. Anyway, we're catching up here. I think we're pretty much caught up until somebody said, "Oh, somebody said something." Anyway, Blackman RVing. Yes, in a small way, I do miss my little tiny house, but in so many more ways I don't at all, because it's like living in a mansion here compared to this. It was a tiny space, it was cramped, it was felt claustrophobic. It was cute as hell, but you know it wasn't so convenient. It didn't have a fridge and a freezer. It didn't have a real stove. I had a portable stove. It didn't have a toilet and shower. It didn't have all this freaking room here and all this cupboard space and all that. Like, yeah, this is so. And on top of that, with this one here, I don't even ever have to get out of it. Once I fill my fridge and freezer and my cupboards and everything with food that'll last me a month or so, or possibly longer, I can just wake up in the morning, have my coffee, jump in the driver's seat, drive to another destination, park, and just sit there inside all day if I wanted to, like especially in the winter, and play with my dogs or whatever like that. And I never have to get out. I don't. And then I just keep doing that over and over and over again. I don't have to get out. And with the trailer, you gotta jump out of any vehicle you're driving for the trailer and jump out and jump into your trailer, right? Back and forth, and then unhooking and hooking and everything. Anyway, um, but yeah, basically, I don't miss it at all. Like this is, it's just a life choice. You have to make better choices in your life. And this was a step up I've been waiting for a few years now. So I certainly do, Darlene. I feel like a king in my castle here. Yes, I do. Yeah. Stuart, no woman. No, not yet anyway. I've been single a long, long time because of the right reasons. I've actually got my own portable generator out back. It's a Coleman generator. Got it for a real good price. But anyway, um, yeah, the plan is possibly next year or something is to get solar panels and put them on the roof and that and run solar and do a lot of things that way for sure. Hello, Lori. Hello, how you doing? There you are again with the compliments. You got some interesting videos out there and shorts and stuff like that. Yeah, very, very interesting, very unique, very entertaining, I should say. Everyone's saying hello. You mean for the Blackwater tanks? Oh yeah, there's basically dump stations all over the place. Any of the the private campgrounds or RV campgrounds and stuff like that, they all have. Well, I shouldn't say they all, but a number of them, enough of them have dump stations all over the place. Yeah, and a lot of them, like the private resorts and that, like I think back 5 years ago, probably I was at Riverside out that way, in Vancouver Island, and I think it was like $5 to dump your black water tank, and black and gray water tanks, dump everything out and start over again. I'm oh, Miss Grizzly's on the job. Thank you there. We had a few of them a while ago, and yeah, I had to take care of all that and deal with we were having malfunctions, technical malfunctions. Hello, Cheryl. How's it going, Cheryl? Yeah, still trying to catch up here. Things are going fast, and whoops, I shut down the laptop because I thought it might be interfering. Oh, that's good to hear, Cheryl. Good to hear. Excellent. See, what's going on here? People are talking. Uh, that's great to hear. Great news. And still have a little cough. That's a good thing you didn't have pneumonia. Actually, pneumonia is going to be like 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 times worse than COVID, and a lot of things are way worse than that. But I'm just glad you're feeling better, and it looks like everything's receding and stuff like that. And like you say, you don't have pneumonia and stuff. Great, great, great news, Cheryl. But a lot of this does come with our ages, you know that, right? But I think everyone here was obviously praying for you a lot, so I'm sure that helped too. But anyway, great news, great news. Oh yeah, I've been in my RV when it's been raining. Um, your handle kind of throws me off a little bit. And don't get me wrong, it's just I don't know. There's a lot of weird contention out there, and I don't want to jump into it. But anyway, Black Man RVing. Um, yes, I have. It's rained a number of times here, and I can I do this? Yeah, that vent up there, wherever I can't get my this sort of mirror image. Anyway, that vent up there had a minor leak there, and I went up with the Eternabond tape. You probably saw the video, and it seems like I've cleared up the problem. No, nothing coming in now. No leaks anywhere. I'm going to do some more next year, more Eternabond tape around everything else, and just make sure and make it last longer and stuff like that. But everything's hunky dory in the water leaks area, so that's good. That's right, Lori. I'm not going to repeat everything, but you hit the nail on the head there. Well, thank you, Miss Grizzly. Yeah, one less thing for me to worry about. Yeah, yeah, so would I, Darlene. And I think a lot of people, a lot of good people feel that way. I'd rather be around animals than people any day of the week. The more people I meet, the more I love my dogs. Oh, speaking of which, playing with her, one of her newer toys here. She got that from, Bridget. Bridget, it's my friend's sister. She's playing with that. Angel's having a bit of a nap there. I don't know why. I think she's sad. I pay so much attention to the baby. I think she gets sad once in a while. I'm really mostly kidding, but dogs definitely do have emotion. Diesel heater. Hopefully by the end of this month or something. There, look at all that well wishes you're getting there, Cheryl. And the positive healing vibes from Lori. Does help to know that, doesn't it, Cheryl? Yeah. I think I'm caught up here now, finally. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, you guys don't know it yet, but look at what's this, baby? Oh, come here, baby. Look. Do you notice anything? Baby, look, look. Do you notice anything? Baby got shaved on Wednesday, but Angel has not got shaved yet. She's going in next week. A little more than a week away yet. Yeah, this one's going in. She's getting scruffy. But this one was out of control and I couldn't see her beautiful, gorgeous face. And now you can see her eyeball. She's, oh, can you see that? She's down there grabbing her toy. You want to come up? Whoops. You got to give it to me, not throw it away. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, she got up there. Anyway, wait a minute. Oh yeah, Black Man RVing. Yeah, I got. Um, I'm sure you know how to go check out the videos. You click on the round channel icon there, click on that, and then it's got a menu up top and it says videos. Yeah, I mean, I think I got about close to 800 videos out there, but yeah, I've got a lot of videos with the little tiny house in many spots and places, and quite a few, I think, in the wintertime for sure. Yeah, lots of them. That's another thing. A lot of people may not know, but if you go and click on someone's channel icon, and you go and you can see the menu and it says home, videos, shorts, lives, all that, and then it says playlists. And I have a bunch of playlists that I put together, and the playlists are basically grouped together. I got, I think one of them is fishing with Kent or something like that, but it's my fishing videos. Then I have cooking with Kent and wild mushroom hunting, wild foraging for other products and that, and places to see in on Vancouver Island and stuff like that. So they're all playlists and they have groups of types of videos all grouped together. And I'm sure a lot of you know that, but I've noticed through the last little while, maybe let's say over the last year or less, that there's a lot of people that don't know that because they'll ask a question or something and I understand by the question they don't know these things. So I'm probably going to have to do a regular video for all the public out there and just let them know that I do have playlists and stuff and check them out and stuff like that because I got some pretty good and interesting videos back there and some are maybe more corny or something but so I tried to pick out the good ones and put them together in a playlist and then you don't have to sort through them yourself. uh, why can't you see my face, Darlene? But thanks for the compliment again. Um, has it gone off again? Oh, the picture's garbled again? Oh my God. The screen is choppy. Can't see me very well. Sure, hear the squeaky toy loud and clear, right, Deborah? Yeah, sometimes it gets annoying. Picture's distorted. Can't see me very well. I'm underwater again. Oh, now it's better. Now good. Looks a little better now. Oh, yeah, no, I was going to bring that up earlier and I forgot completely about it at the beginning. Thanks, Carl. You notice my nose is better. Yeah. Last week it was kind of like full on, it's full thing, and then the next day it was getting better and better and got better through the week. It didn't get really bad like some of the ones I got, but glad you noticed that. Roy Gibson, how you doing? I'm not sure about all that, but we'll see. Oh, so Darlene says it's really bad most of the time. Is that the truth? Is that what you're getting? Because I had you over here and then I brought you over there, and I don't know. So Darlene, last comment, Darlene said it's most bad most of the time. Huh? Interesting. I don't get it. I don't. I'm not technically savvy anyway. I'm sure a lot of people would understand what might be happening, but Deborah says it's clear to her now. So Lori's doing her sessions and she's just enjoying the whole show. Oh no, Deborah says, oh, not now. Oh, interesting you asked there, Cheryl. Well, my previous Tigger that I had all around before, can you see that? He's up in his little bag there, hanging up with the dish towels and stuff by my sink. So he's sitting up there, and then I ultimately got another one. That's actually coming up in my next video on Tuesday. I got a bunch of stuff out of storage, and I got my other Tigger that I got. He's running around with a butterfly net, as you know. In the shows, he used to love to chase butterflies with his butterfly net. Anyway, that's my other one, and baby wanted to play with it. You'll see that on Tuesday. But anyway, that's where my Tiggers are. Oh. Oh, that's a good one, darling. I love it. Love it. Yeah. Granny cracks us all up. Yeah. She's almost as funny as Carl is. But Carl always gets a lot of good jokes in there. But you need what she's got, don't you? You need what she's having. That's an old movie, When Harry Met Sally. I want one. She's having. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Now she's throwing it down purposely because I'm live. Yeah, I kind of like Eeyore as well, too, Cheryl. She's cute as hell. She's cute as hell. Anyway, come here, Angel. Come here. Come here. There's the scruffy one. There's the scruffy one. She says, thanks, Dad, for... She's really going to growl at me now. Look at that beautiful eyeball. Isn't it a beautiful eyeball? You hear her growling. She says, I want my toy, Dad. I want my toy. Normally, she likes me giving her a kiss. Anyway, I almost forgot to give you the close-ups. That's actually a good way of putting it there, Lori. Catch the flight and enjoy the time off in your own little world with everyone. Oh, and your dogs are barking now, eh? And you don't mean your feet hurt like they do in the UK, right? In the UK, when their feet hurt, they say, "My dogs are barking." But your dogs are barking because they're barking at my dogs. Oh, it's funny, 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 funny. All right. So let me know right away how's the picture and sound and everything like that before we get too much more into it. Is everything good? Everyone tell me. Ah, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, so I hung my head down and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Angel looks at me like she says, Dad, I want to go now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I was following the comments there, and some people said that everything was looking good, looking better, nice. And then Darlene says it's off and on. So it's probably in and out, right? Yeah, she does. She looks adorable when she looks up at me, Cheryl, doesn't she? Yeah. And your dogs too, Miss Grizzly, eh? They keep trying to find where the squeaky toy is, eh? Yeah. Yeah, when I'm watching someone else's videos and their dog's squeaking a toy, my dogs are like all over the phone. Like, where's that squeaky toy? Where is it? Oh, Lori says it's clear now, so we'll go with that for the moment. You know, if it gets like not good at all, let me know. Oh man, what a day. What a ah nothing but troubles in the live shows. It seems it's not one thing, it's another. All the same outcome, but for different uh, functional reasons. Oh, I think with all that stuff going on, I'm really discombobulated. Ah, I wasn't feeling so hot and a little pain and stuff earlier, and I took a pill, and for some reason, like part of me is feeling better, but oh, got a really stiff and sore neck. Mm. Ah, there we go. So far as I understand, things are functioning okay. Yeah. You're editing, Lori? You are editing? Excuse me. Mm. Now I got, it's not heartburn, it's indigestion or whatever that is. Actually, I was feeling a little heartburn earlier and I took a pill for that too, and that's not bothering me right now. Oh, editing hurts my neck. Okay. Yeah. You're not as out there as I thought you were. You just didn't use all the words. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, editing and doing certain chores and whatnot, and bending over the laptop and all that kind of stuff. It's hard on your neck and stuff. Did she try to take your toy away? Did she try to take your toy? That's a bad girl. She growls at Angel when she takes the toy. Right, Angel? Yeah, your mom's mean. Your mom's mean, right? Is your mom mean? Yeah. Look at you. Look at you. We can barely see your face. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Casey Jones and Prometheus. Yes. I saw the movie too. He probably forgot a few things. Oh, yeah. It's just, and it goes down my back as well. Ah, it shouldn't be happening. I took a pill, so it should be fine and dandy. But I'm not always well. I don't sleep well anyway, but that's from pain and mostly the pain and everything like that. But for possibly other many other reasons. But this bed is not perfect, and it probably needs like when I get around to fixing up and adjusting it and getting a better mattress and everything, it'll probably be a lot better on my body. A little growly girl here. She's growling again. Yeah. Are you trying to take her toy there, Angel? What are you doing? Come here. What do you want? Come here. Oh boy, what have we got here? Okay. Oh, so earlier, I can't remember what I was talking about most of earlier on the live here because it was so frustrating and everything going on. Um, I'm gonna actually get a nice proper chunk of foam and make a proper bed that fits this thing here, and just specifically make it for me and this. I'm gonna do it up good because my sleeping and comfort is important. No, Carl, that to where I saw the snake and the bear, that was out at the rest stop there. And I don't spend much time back over there anymore because I go there once in a while just if it's hot and I need shade. And I'll just go there to like read or build videos and edit, cook us dinner, whatever, right? And then I just don't stay too long. And we never get out there because of basically because of the snake. So, yeah, I don't go there. And I was only hanging out there most of the time because I was still had the house and trailer, and I kind of felt like I had to watch over it, make sure nothing happened to it. So now, yeah, I'm move around everywhere now. I'd go where I want, when I want, how I want, for whatever reason I want. And you'll see that on Tuesday's video too, kind of. Um, and yeah, I feel so much freer in that, even though I can't leave town yet because I got to get these things done and finish off the projects and uh, yada 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 kind of thing. Um, because otherwise I'd just head out to another territory like or area like the Caribou or something like that because that's kind of where I really want to go. But so I would have left here by now, but um, it's coming. It's just sometimes things take a while. But no, I am not parking over there much at all, really, unless it's convenient. I mean, I have parked over there because it was a hot, super hot day. I went parked over there in shade. We made dinner and went to sleep and all that. I used the washroom there, the outhouses. But first thing in the morning when I woke up, I jumped in the driver's seat, drove over to the visitor center where the grassy field is, and took the dogs out. So yeah, um, having the motorhome and nothing else, no trailers or anything like that, is so much more convenient. I just get up and go do what I want when I want, pretty much kind of deal. And like I was saying earlier, I don't have to get in and out of this thing at all, really much, except for certain things like when I got to go shopping. Anyway, earlier I was saying I can't remember what the hell I was saying, but getting a really good fresh pressed apple juice and stuff off the orchard and that. And oh no, I'm confusing something. Some friend of mine phoned me and we were talking. I wasn't talking to you guys. Oh my god, that was one of the worst brain farts yet. Uh, I'll be right back, Miss Grizzly. But yeah, I was talking to someone else about that. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of this fresh pressed apple juice and cherry juice off the orchard cherries. Some of the best stuff in the world because it's, and but also I was saying that, you know, I don't know if you know this, but all the apples, or pretty much most of the apples you buy in the grocery stores, the bigger stores, they're all last year's. Because what they do is they collect all the apples and a lot of different fruits, but especially apples. They collect them and they put them in these storage areas that are cold storage, which are set at a certain temperature to, because the apples will stay juicy, crisp, and perfect, or almost perfect, um, for a long period of time if they're kept to the right temperature. So that's what they do. And there was the co-op they had. It's a long story in itself, but the co-op shut down this year for some reason. The farmers, a lot of the orchard farmers were worried about what's going to happen with their fruit because that's it all went to the co-op, and that's what they did. They stored it and distributed it and all that kind of stuff. And that for whatever reason they shut down. Anyway, trying to make a long story short. um, so anyway, they've got a facility here too, and smaller ones probably elsewhere in that. But yeah, that's what they do is they send all their apples. All the apples go to some kind of co-op with cold storage, and they're saved there for up to a year. And then the apples you eat are generally a year old. Um, they never just go straight to the market from the orchards. From the orchards, they go to somebody else, and that depends on what they're going to do with it. You know, like some of them process them into juice and wine and other products, and some places you take them, they just store them like they just do, right? Anyway, she's growling at me, arguing with me, telling me, "Dad, get my toy. It's on the floor." Anyway, some of the best apples you'll ever eat in your life are fresh picked off the orchard right away. And I've noticed that the ones I've tried don't really taste that real close to the ones in the market. I'm uh, I'm still getting there. Um, because I mean, okay, just for one example, Gala apples, they're not that bad. You know, they're good taste now. But I'm really fussy about my apples that I buy at a market. They got to be just right, or I don't want them because a lot of them times they're dry and that, and they're when you bite into them, they're kind of mealy or woody or something like that, and they're just not hard and crunchy and juicy and stuff. And I don't like that. And I find Gala apples, if you get them just to the right moment, they can be good, but they can go off real, not go off, but just slowly get old or quickly get old, and they're not so great anymore. And it's like it's a hit and a miss with them for me. Um, um, so anyway, they're not necessarily one of my favorites, but the ones here on the orchard here, right off the tree, are just fantastic, absolutely fantastic and delicious and wonderful, and they taste so much better and even somewhat different than the ones you buy in the store. So, anyway, I'm gonna try and shorten the story, but you'll never have a better taste than juicier, sweeter, crisper apple. Um, and even a lot of them are tart too. They have a tartness depending on the blend and that, but never get a better one than that. Anyway, so I have apples that were picked anywhere from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock this morning. This morning, today. See those? Those are from an orchard that my friend's on, and they had just been picked before I got up in the morning. Yeah, and I could hear and see looking out the windows. I could hear and see the people taking the big crates over and stacking them, right? And I was allowed to grab a bunch before I left, and they're so delicious. And these Gala apples, I will enjoy every day, any day. as long as they're like that. Oh, and they're all going in the fridge. They got to go in the fridge because they'll just stay like this condition a lot longer, if you keep them just at the right temperature. And just keeping them in a regular cold fridge is good enough. I know the co-ops and that the storage places, they have it set at exactly one specific temperature. I haven't found out what that was, but in the fridge, this whole thing is gonna last quite a while. Just love it. So I'm still trying to catch up. I got that, Darlene. Yeah. Miss Grizzly, yes. I might have been mentioning it earlier, but I did that Eternabond tape up there. No leaks in here. It's all, as far as I can tell, as dry as a bone, right? And it's rained quite a few times and quite hard and long, um, sometimes, and nothing. So I fixed that one and can't find any other ones. And next year I'm going to go over it again and do everything up there, and just wrap around them with the return of bond tape, just so they last a hell of a lot longer. So yeah, it all worked good. Yeah, and I did think of that, Carl, getting that foam up there, um, in the top bunk there, because that's a 6-inch foam. That's a nice piece of foam, but I think it's a queen size. So for me, I'd have to cut it down to just under a double, I think, and fit it right to because it's got a round corner here, and I'd have to fit it in there. So it's almost kind of like, oh wow, do I want to destroy a really nice, good one when I can just get one professionally made, and it's not that expensive. There's a place on Vancouver Island, a person on Vancouver Island, I know that I can get it done for really good price and everything, and it would be done right, and it would actually be a denser foam than that, closer to memory foam. But I don't like memory foam. It just, I don't know. I just don't like it much. But anyway, I did think of that, Carl. Yes. Yeah, fresh apple juice gives you the runs, does it, Darlene? I know a lot of things do to me, but apple juice doesn't seem to be one of them. Oh yeah, right, Lori. Yeah, I saw that video. You unboxing your dehydrator. That's a really nice looking one. It's not plastic. It's made of steel or something like that. Really shiny. And yeah, apple chips made in a dehydrator. Really good. Homemade ones. Darlene, where have you been? Come on. I noticed a long time ago when I was a kid. Like when we were little kids, we got bananas and you bit into them and there are big black seeds in them all through them, right? And then one day, I was probably maybe 5 or 6 years older than that. I think I was maybe only 12 or in that range or something, 11, 12 or something. And somebody out there said, bananas don't have seeds. And I went, yes, they do. And I went over and I got a banana, opened it up, and there was no seeds in there. But you could see these little, almost microscopic little black dots where the seeds were supposed to be. You could see that they were supposed to be there, but they weren't. And I went, holy shit, I never noticed the transition. But yeah, um, that happened mainly because they just realized that if they picked them early, they could ripen on their own in transit and then in the grocery store and at your home as well. So you could actually take, you know, partly green bananas buy them at the market like that, take them home and they'll ripen and they'll be good, fine. They're doing the same things with mangoes and stuff like that. Um, but anyway, they've been doing that for a very, very long time, and that's why there's no seeds in bananas, and a lot of other things are coming with either less seeds or smaller seeds or virtually no seeds kind of. And the government has been messing with our crops since way back, like way back. This stuff goes a long way back. A lot of it's coming out in the news media, the real news media, and all that, and real sources. Um, but they've been corrupting products for a long, long time. Corn is one of the most corrupt products out there. Um, there's canola oil. Trying to think, soya products. They've been messed with for a long time. They're doing a lot of shit, and we already know about some of it now. because the word's getting out, but there's a lot of shit we don't even know. And look what they're allowing with Bill Gates and doing his fake meat, like meat grown in a lab. I mean, come on, right? That's just retarded. Like, how stupid do we have to get? But anyway, yeah, they've been messing with our food and our fruit and um, that for a very, very long time. And I still, hey, Lori, euphoric Granny has Granny Smith apples. I just saw that. You're canning apples and apple butter and apple pies, stuff for apple pies. And wow, I'd really like to eat at your place, but then I'd become unhealthy and probably fat. Anyway, yeah, they've been messing with our products. Just to give you an example, I mean, I'm going to give you a couple of examples actually. So, a long, long time ago, they made white salt, right? And what they did was they took the pink or whatever the natural salt they dug out of the ground, whatever it was, and they bleached it because they thought, oh, nobody would want, I don't know how to say this. It's going to sound funny. Um, you know, everyone would want white salt. It looks so much purer and cleaner and all that. They want their salt to be any color, right? So they did that, right? And then, they did basically the same with sugar there. They took, raw sugar, which was actually brown, and they bleached it out too. Um, and basically took all the nutrients and any good out of it. But another one, the one I wanted to tell you about was russet potatoes. You know, russet potatoes are they make really, really good baked potatoes and stuff like that. Um, those are one of the worst potatoes in the world. Um, Back in the day, I don't know, they thought everything had to be perfect and so, and there was all this etiquette and everything around food and stuff. And so they actually went out of their way to modify, or not modify, but what do you call it, hybridize the potatoes to get something that was more palatable to put on your plate for dinner and stuff like that. And it turns out what they created made a really good baked potato or twice baked potato. But the thing is it's so modified that there's actually very little nutrients in that. It's more of just a filler food. It's mostly just starch, and that was just modifying something for visual perspective instead of hey, because we know now for sure that all the South American potatoes where they originate from Peru, um, are the red ones with the color right through, and the purple ones color right through, and all the multicolored ones and that. Those are the healthiest things on you, and the more color, the more health. And so they basically took potatoes just for a visual thing and made a really unhealthy russet potatoes, and that's the history on those anyway. uh, Seedless watermelon, seedless grapes. Oh, they got seedless lemons now. Yeah, I mean that that's like okay. I saw a comedian on stage a number of years back, and one of his lines there with everything else, he was hilarious, funny little guy. Anyway, he said, "Can anyone tell me where to get seeds to grow my seedless grapes?" And it's like, yeah, like where's the sense there, right? Okay, seedless watermelon melons. Now, how do we grow them? Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you. You and Darlene and a few of you are full of compliments, but thank you again. Um, but once you start messing with them like that, you're really, I mean, and Monsanto's, I'm glad they got shut down. This is back in the 90s. I'm glad they got shut down on so many things along the way because they one evil company. Anyway, they wanted to make Terminator seeds, so you're whatever the seeds you had to buy your seeds from them. Whatever you grow um, will grow. Like let's say you grow tomatoes, their tomatoes, and grow a nice luscious fruit, all GMO, of course. But you take the seeds and try and regrow them, and they won't. They just die, like Terminator seeds. So I'm glad they shut them down on that and a few other things. Because I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, let nature do what it's supposed to do, and we'll get healthy produce from it. You know what I mean? You start messing with them in a really big way. Like a lot of things are hybridized, but they're not genetically modified. Like, they hybridize flowers and different things, to get different, but they're not in any way, shape, or form a GMO. The GMOs are what you want to stay away from, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, seedless watermelon was really cool in the day when it came out, and I was pretty young, I think, and I thought, oh, this is great because you don't have to spit out all the seeds and all that, but then I started thinking about it, and it's like, you know, if God and nature gives you all this wonderful food, so you have to spit out a few seeds, big deal. You can't. Can you? Are you going to start growing cherries with no pit? No, if that starts happening, I'm gonna leave this planet. Oh, yeah, I noticed a couple of your videos. You've been doing a bunch of harvesting there, Lori. Yeah, with your pumpkins and squash and watermelon stuff. It's cool. Mm. Yeah, she's a carnivore like the rest of us. Yeah, I used to eat candy a lot too, but no more candy, no more sugar, no more stuff like that. Yeah, I can't do it. Not good. Oh, really? Okay, you didn't eat fruit when you were younger. That's why you don't know. Yeah, but a lot of people never even realized it was happening right before them. Like I know a lot of people when I tell them that about the bananas and stuff, the banana seeds, they go, "Oh, I didn't know that," right? I said, "Well, weren't you awake? Weren't you watching?" And I'm talking people my age. And yeah, Deborah, no thanks to fake meat. Forget that. Forget Bill Gates and anything. I don't want to get into a thing about the elites and stuff like that, but it's so amazing that people like him and others are not in jail. Oh my God. Yeah, meat grown in a lab. How ridiculous. Oh, Lori, you know the farmers. That's why you get all the good stuff. Yeah, best eat like the red potatoes and the purple ones actually are apparently the most nutritious, but the red ones are, so close it doesn't matter. And then there's yellow ones too, and I don't mean the Yukon Gold because they were hybridized as well. But there's I had some potatoes got from Peru. There was a bag, and there was red, purple, and yellow, and they like taste way better than Yukon Gold at all, man. And the purple ones are just delicious, fantastic. Oh yeah, that's right, Darlene. Jamie Oliver, he's a great guy to go against all the corrupt bullshit in our food industry and everything. He went after McDonald's. He spent years and years going after McDonald's. Finally got them to release their information about how corrupt all their practices were with their food. Finally got them, and then they're still in business. But Jamie Oliver, really great guy. Yeah. The only way I like my turnips, Lori, is raw. It's the one thing I can't stand cooked. It makes me gag. I don't know why, but can't stand turnip cooked. But raw, like carrot sticks, love it. Absolutely love it. Carl, you just eat what Kathy fixes, right? Ah, yeah. But I'm not saying all of our food's tainted or anything like that, but a lot of it is. But if you kind of know what you're looking for, you can steer clear of all the bad stuff. Oh, you got to try purple potatoes, Darlene. They're delicious. Purple, red, they're all delicious, but the purple ones just seem to be nice. Cut them in little cubes. bake them in the oven with some salt and pepper and seasonings. Oh, and garlic. Mm. Yeah, actually, when I was a kid, Deborah, spitting the seeds from the watermelon was actually quite fun. It's the only the adults that got fed up with it or something and said, "Hey, why don't we make seedless watermelons?" But yeah, we used to play games of spitting seeds out at each other. Oh, adult candy. Now I get it, Lori. What the hell? What? Oh, if that's not like greedy and corrupt and just way out there like everyone's doing, it's just insane. Everyone's doing it. Even thrift stores are doing that. Like you used to go and buy t-shirts, used t-shirts for 50 cents to a buck. And then all of a sudden they're selling t-shirts for 3, 4, 5 bucks each. And they're dirty and used. Anyway, Carl, the price for camping in Arizona went from 180 for 6 months to 600. Wow, that's one big jump. That's a huge jump. I mean, everybody's doing it. Why? It's crazy, man. I know, let's say the government or the local areas and that they live on tourism and that's how a lot of the revenue comes from and that. But sometimes it gets ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy. But you know what? Having said that though, up here, like you're talking for 6 months, you know, up here you'd be talking about per month kind of deal, like. So actually for even for 600 bucks for 6 months of staying in our books up here is actually a really good deal, believe it or not. But 180 is obviously way better. But yeah, because like we're gonna pay like 100 bucks a night or something like that. You know what I mean? Or for month it's like 900, $1,000 a month if you want to stay in any campground with your RV. Yeah. But yeah, that is crazy though that they have something nice and instead of just small increments, raising it small increments every now and again or every year or whatever, jumping from less than 200 bucks to 600 is crazy. Paul Walls has the best analysis of the entire world. I'm gonna check that name out if I remember later and go Google that. Oh, okay, you're watching right now. I've never heard the name, so I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna actually do one of the smartest things I've never done before. I'm gonna write that down because even if I forget, I'll be looking through the book and I'll see it. Yeah, I spelled that right. Oh, okay, I get that, Lori. Okay, so I'll definitely check that out. I want to see stuff like that. Well, burn thy priest. I don't know, but anyway, hello, how are you doing? I'm in Canada, British Columbia, the province. And if you don't know what form of government we have, I don't think you watch television or news or whatever. Sorry to say that, but we have kind of like the same government the United States have, corrupt. Yeah, that's right, Deborah. Crazy thrift stores now. It's just more money, cash grab. Wow, that's great, actually, Carl. I mean, like I say, for us up here, anyone that's not used to that kind of, it's a great deal and everything. You get your water in your dump stations, and you get places to put your trash. You probably get some of the places you get the electrical hookup. I'm assuming, possibly. If not, I mean that's still okay. But you know, we could only wish to get prices like that up here. Okay, that's pretty normal too, Carl. Most of the camping spots are 30 to 40 a night. That's actually around where they start here. Some of them you can get cheaper, like the government ones you can actually get cheaper. Yeah, that's right, night owls. Best not to spend any money on anything unless it's absolutely necessary, and just only spend it on food to keep you alive for now. Yeah. Oh yeah, we could. That's too much of a long story there, Lori. I could go on and on and on about it, but yeah, we are made by them. Oh, no electricity, Carl. But even still, the price is fairly decent. But for you guys down there, that must suck. The big jump like that, like 400% or whatever it is. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not okay, is it, Miss Grizzly? No. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Okay, I'm caught up again. Wow, crazy, 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 crazy. Now that we're on the subject of our governments and the corruption and everything all through our years, like long before we were born. I mean, it goes back to George Washington days and all that kind of, not so much him or anything, but I mean, all this corruption goes right back to that and beyond. Like, I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. And then there's a lot more story to it. Oh, sorry, Cheryl. Well, let me rephrase that. That's cool. You lost 10 pounds unless you didn't need to, but um, I think a lot of us have a little too much anyway. But that's cool if you're trying to lose weight. But you lost your taste there. That's interesting. Yeah, probably um, a lot of illnesses can make you lose your taste in that. Hopefully, it comes back soon. Yeah, you were saying that last time, Carl. A lot of Canadians spend their winters down that way. Ah, oh boy. Oh yeah, it's about right. Yeah, the world was created in the same manner, Laurie. Yes, and the government has never changed its position. Yeah, it seems like the from the beginning of time. Yeah. What do we? Oh, we're on a wow, hour and a half. Wow. Oh, that's probably at least 30 to 45 minutes of screwing around with the connection and everything. I'm hoping everything's fine, like visually and sound and all that. I'm hoping everything because nobody said anything, so it must be doing okay. Yeah, Darlene, I couldn't have said it better. Go read Darlene's comment there. I couldn't have said it better. Yeah, it everything is so corrupt. Everything, absolutely everything, and we got to get rid of that. And we know who they are. We got to get rid of them. It's as simple as that. When the foxes are in the hen house, you got to get rid of them. Yeah, right, Carl. Exactly. Agree with Night Owl. Spend your money on right now just on food mostly and medicine. What's going to be a crime if we stand up to them? It's always got to be a crime that they're doing. Yes, it is. It's criminal. Whatever they're doing is criminal. I'm not going to get into that much, Lori. It's like, but yeah, I know what you're saying, and it's true. But that could take us on another tangent here. Oh, another thing too is, yeah, it seems with, well, I've got battery packs but they don't help that much. 1 second. Okay, we're at half. I know I did over 2.5 hours, and I've done over 3 hours now, and it seemed fine. And didn't. I know my battery was low, but it wasn't as bad as it has been of late here since I've been in the Carameus area. Um, but yeah, it's for some reason it seems to be draining the battery a lot more with live. So I'm gonna have to stick within a time frame of 2 to 2.5 hours, and that's about it. Because last time, okay, last live when I didn't even look until I shut down the live, and when I checked it, it was only 27% now. And holy cow, we got close there. And then the previous one was 37%. So yeah, it's going to be an issue about staying on longer because of the battery situation. Yeah, that's about the whole universe and everything, all life in it and everything, history of time and everything, all in a nutshell, Lori. Darkness always trying to put the lights out. That's exactly it. Oh, you are you saying you can't see me, Darlene? I want to know from everybody, can you see me or not, right? That's right, Cheryl. They've raised the price on cat food, dog food, everything. Everything's going up. And I've never paid tax on getting my dogs groomed anywhere I've gone. It's just like if they say 45 bucks or 55 or whatever it is, I've just paid that and they've never charged me tax. And same with this new one I've gone to up here. When I first went there, there's no tax. I just paid that. And then this time they charge tax. And I never said anything. I don't want to get into shit. I need to get my dogs trimmed. So, I got to sometimes bite the bullet. But I'm wondering if any of the other groomers are out there charging tax now and whether this is a government mandated thing because Trudeau's an idiot, for one, and he mandates all this weird crap. Or if it's just something the one person's doing. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Oh, okay, so Deborah says she can see me. Lori can see me, and Ms. Grizzly says it comes and goes. And Night Owl says some are evolving. However, from what I see, most are devolving. That's on the subject of, I guess, the rest of human life here, and especially the government and all the people that are evil. Well, you know what speaking of that, Lori, about the darkness and lightness and all that, darkness trying to destroy lightness. They say Jesus is the way, the light, and the life. And what's it? Now I goofed that up. The truth, the light, and the way. I mean, I know it's life. Sometimes it's said as life, and sometimes it's said as light, but he is the light. We know that. He's mentioned many times out there in the Bible as being the light, and that is the darkness trying to take over the light again. And we know that because we've read all the prophecies. Ah, there we go. Okay, now that we're over an hour and a half, and we got fair enough battery. I don't want to miss stuff for this. Oh, all this frustration this morning with the technical details and everything else. Oh, and having to do all those trolls has sort of like thrown me off and almost kind of sucked the life out of me a bit. But anyway, since we're on that subject, pretty much, let me try this. I don't know. I've only practiced it once. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking a ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. I'm screwing it up. and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. The sun comes shining as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice came chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and the sign said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. I know I was a little off there. It was like, I don't know, it was weird. I couldn't get the tune and stuff, but I just thought that was kind of mm, mm, appropriate or poignant or whatever at this point because it's kind of what we're talking about. That's what Woody Guthrie talks about in most of his songs is, about the corruption of the government and everyone sticking their nose in our freedoms and stuff like that. But yeah, I know I did it better before and yesterday and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I think today just got thrown off and I probably shouldn't even have tried. Hmm. Oh, I missed something here. Okay. Uh no, I don't use a water filter. We actually got pretty good water up here in most places and stuff like that. In the cities like Vancouver and stuff like that, probably not. I mean, I think it's just because they put uh, chlorine in the water pretty much everywhere, and that's probably the biggest thing you got to think about. But the water here, I think it's mostly river water and stuff like that. It's what I tap off and drink here. It tastes actually good. But no, I don't have a water filter yet. Yeah, there might come times when I'm going to have to. But I also use peroxide. You get the food grade peroxide. It's really strong. You have to be careful, kind of thing, and you have to dilute it down quite a bit because you only want it around 3 to 10%, maybe yeah, 3 to 5%, somewhere in there. And this stuff comes in the United States. I think you can get it 35%. Yeah, I think they have it 35%. You buy it at like health food stores and stuff like that. At least I don't know down there, but up here you do. And ours is in Canada for some reason they only allow us to have 29%. But anyway, I've got 2 jugs of that, and I always have it on hand. You find any water whatsoever, you do a full 8 ounce glass, let's say, or whatever water you got on hand, or if you got a big jug and you're going to drink the whole jug over time. Anyway, let's say you put one tiny drop in the water and it kills absolutely everything. Everything's dead. Everything. Unless you've got like, well, I'm going to suggest that it kills everything. It's like going through fire. It oxidizes everything, and when you oxidize things, it's like going through fire, and it's destroyed right down to the molecular level. Anyway, hydrogen peroxide. You ever worried about your water source? Just put one drop of that stuff in there. One drop. I put one in a probably like a 5 gallon pail. I could put 1 to 3 drops in a 5 gallon pail of water of the strong stuff, the full strength, 29%. and that'll kill absolutely anything in there. It'll just give you pure water. Now, having said that, I gotta, for those that don't know, man, the things aren't going up here. Well, thanks for the compliments on the song. Oh, I know, I was moving around. Wow. I'm glad you guys are talking together, so that's good. I don't know what a Berkey is exactly, Night Owl, but your water's nasty there, eh? Wow, Cheryl, you just opened a can of worms, Cheryl. That's a you're not gonna like it, but it's almost impossible. And a lot of it, yeah, they're just saying it is. I'm not gonna say they're liars, but they're just saying it is. Yeah, um, yeah. Pretty much to get truly organic food, you got to do it yourself. Um, but yeah, to do like huge tracks of food and make it all organic is really hard to do. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, hydrogen peroxide. Okay, here's what a lot of people don't know. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, if we don't have the worms and the bees for pollination and all this, the mushrooms, the planet would die. No, no, absolutely. Well, it might, but that's first and foremost. None of that can live. Not the worms, the bees, the mushrooms, the trees, or anything on this planet can live without the hydrogen peroxide coming down in the storm rain waters. So what happens is the only reason this planet gets purified and cleansed is when you have the storm rains and the water comes down through the ozone layer, it picks up an extra molecule of oxygen, which makes H2O become H2O2. H2O2, that used to be H2O, is now hydrogen peroxide. It's actually not, it's hydrogen dioxide because of the two molecules of oxygen. The only reason they call it peroxide is because of the bleaching effect it seems to have on your skin. That's why they label it peroxide. It's not peroxide, it's dioxide. Anyway, um, just want to make sure I'm not missing a. So anyway, so that those waters come through the ozone layer and they become a very mild form of hydrogen peroxide. I'm just going to use that term because that's what everyone knows. It's probably only about 0.01% or something like that. It's definitely, I'm going to say it's less than 1%, but it's enough because you don't need much of it at all because any extra molecules of oxygen automatically oxidize everything and anything it comes in contact with. And like I said, that's like putting it through a furnace, a blast furnace, and beyond. It's like throwing it in the sun. It gets destroyed down to its molecular level. Anyway, um, that, oh, something just happened here, didn't it? Oh, yeah, okay. I've got my thing. This gimbal, like I can charge it up. It's got power and to do things and stuff, but it won't last a long time, and it'll die before the live show is over. So I got it kind of taped together so it won't move. The tape came off, so yeah, that's why it was moving. I can actually probably do this now. Whoops. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. Yeah, that's right, Darlene. You're absolutely hit the nail on the head. We are poisoning the earth and making everything bad, including our food. And the soil is contaminated. It's exactly, Night Owl. So if it's contaminated, how can you get organic, right? And the rivers are polluted, everything. And so anyway, so that's why, first and foremost, if there was no hydrogen peroxide coming down in our rainwaters to cleanse all of the trees and the creeks and rivers and ponds and all the green stuff and our bodies and everything. If there was no hydrogen peroxide ever coming down through our rainwater to cleanse the planet would virtually mold up, rot, and die and turn into a desert planet. And that is no word of a lie. That's a scientific fact. And the only thing that keeps this planet viable and everything on it is the peroxide that comes down in the rainwater. That's first. Then, once you have a purified, cleansed, and sanitized planet with all the vegetation, all the worms and bees and mushrooms and everything else is purified, and then they can work in sync together and grow in harmony and symbiotic to each other, like mushrooms and trees and stuff are symbiotic. They have a symbiotic relationship. They give back to each other and stuff like that. So yeah, but first and foremost, before the bees and worms and mushrooms and whatever else anyone thinks, I mean, they're great for the planet, obviously, but without the hydrogen peroxide, we wouldn't have a planet. We'd have a desert, just a bunch of sand, and that's it. And that is the truth of all nature and everything natural on this planet. It can't exist without hydrogen peroxide. And so, yes, and like Darlene says, they're poisoning the earth and everything like that. They've been trying to destroy the ozone layer for a long time. They way back they used to say, "Oh, it's breaking down and everything, and we don't know why, and all this and this." And then they started blaming it on, um, uh, exhaust fumes and all this kind of stuff, which is true. That all breaks it down, yes. But they've been trying to break it down. They want to harm us. They want to. Oh man, I could go on forever on this subject, but and we can't. I don't want to ruin a perfectly good live show. That's almost an oxymoron, isn't it? Can't hurt a live show when you're talking the truth, right? Anyway, they've actually been purposely trying to destroy. They want to look at all the chemtrails and crap they throw up there. They're trying to destroy everything so they can have control over us through our health and everything else. And this is a big plan they've had for a long time, long time. But anyway, yeah, they're destroying our forests too. They're actually throwing down, with or without the chemtrails. I don't know how they're all doing everything, but um, when they log a place out and take all the logs out, and you got the bare ground and that, they're actually dropping certain desiccant out onto these areas so that virtually nothing grows back. And my friend has seen this and pointed it out to me on numerous occasions where we go to these places and, okay, they chop down a forest and that, and all of a sudden everything starts growing back, and you see the new little saplings of arbutus and all sorts of trees and um, alder and whatever growing up and all that. But now you see them when they come up, they're actually dying off. The leaves are drying up and turning brown and dying, and the stalk is dying off. And it's like, what's happening? This is not natural at all. And through researching that, my friend found out that they were dumping desiccants on these areas now. It's really crazy, and that is going to affect the fire. Like if you have a forest fire, the very next year you're going to get the fire morel mushrooms, and they're some of the most prized in the world. And now, with them doing this to these forests, when you have a forest fire and they do stuff like that, it's ain't got that right, darling. You hit the nail on the head. And yes, we are going down the rabbit hole. Um, there's something really holy and spiritual about our forests and trees and everything. Very much, always has been through time, and I've heard that from reading lots of old books and ancient stuff and everything. There you go, Lori's nailing it. I'm happy and glad everyone understands the truth about what's happening right now. What's happening, and a lot of people, I don't know why, but a lot of people eat. A lot of people just can't handle that fact, and they deny it, and then they stress themselves because they know it's true, but they just can't bring themselves to believe it. And I feel sorry for the people in between like that. But when I see corruption, it's corruption. I don't care where it comes from. It's coming from my government. It's like, well, that government has to go. Oh, am I freezing and buffering again? Ah, the forest is definitely alive. Everything, the whole earth, the planet is alive. It's a living organism. The planet and everything on it are living organisms. And yes, we need to make sure we understand and everyone else understands what is really truly happening. Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember right now at this point of my videos of me going out and picking mushrooms in the forest and that. That is one of my most favorite places to be. It's so beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, and everything. And I know there's bears and cougars and coyotes and stuff out there. I've never run across them directly personally because they can smell us and they run away. Um, but yeah, it is just one of the most what's the word I'm looking for? I need a really good word. It's one of the most beautiful, beautiful feelings in the world of being out there in the forest and just sitting and feeling and listening and smelling and all your senses, but just being there. And oh man, it's great. But you nailed it, Darlene. Oh, is it buffering again? Going wonky? Well, we're getting close to 2 hours here, so I'm down to 41%. That's actually not bad. We can go a while, but I think with the problems we're having, yeah, that's it. Hug a tree, man. Go out and hug a tree. And actually, there's a lot of energy you can get from hugging trees, and certain trees give off different energies and stuff like that. Apparently, I understand birch trees are really good energy for human beings. Go up and hug them, and I'm not joking around now. I used to laugh at that when I was younger, but it's absolutely true. They can pretty much prove this scientifically now. Yes, walking in the forest is so peaceful, Cheryl. Absolutely. Cleansing and grounding. Good one, Miss Grizzly. Very good. You might be right, Lori, because that's how bad things really are. I might be buffering it out because the AI system is screwing with my phrases and words and trying to make other people aware and understand and bring the truth. You might be right, but I think it's a little more simple than that because uh, this only happened before when I knew I had a bad signal and everything, and I don't know why it's because I don't know why I I shouldn't have a bad signal. I got a good signal, so I don't know why it's happening. But anyway, you never know with these things too. I mean, when they put in the 5G for towers for our phones and everything, that was a very corrupt thing that happened. Yeah, people like us are not sheep, definitely. But well, you're back in the forest there, still in the forest there, Darlene. Yeah, the smells and the sun shining through the forest. It's so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That's the first I've ever heard that, Carl. Kent for president. I'd vote a lot of people for president over me, but I'd make a good one. I'll tell you that much. There'd be no corruption anymore. Anyway, and I know a lot of people out there, they don't feel grounded anymore and they feel um, well, adrift or something and everything. And they just feel life is off and all sorts of different feelings they come up with. But that's because of what's going on around us. And we know in our heart of hearts that there's something wrong with the planet and and people running it is what I mean. Oh, well, thank you, Darlene. That's a good compliment. A walking. But yeah, ever since I was very young, I've just always wanted to know stuff, and mostly who we are, where we came from, and all that kind of stuff. And I just like knowing stuff. It's never going to happen. There's always something new and very cool and interesting to know. Yeah. But thank you for the comments anyway. It's interesting you say that, Lori, because yeah, according to the Hopi and a lot of other indigenous tribes around the world, way back in the past, everyone have the same story. But the Hopi say that there's five stages of civilization, five stages of mankind in civilization, and we're in the fifth one, and that's the last one. And it kind of relates to what you're talking about there. Kieran, do I get? Of course, I think everyone regrets some of their life choices through time when they look back on it. There's some I regret, but I can't think of them right now. But yeah, but nothing major. Like it's um, I did it my way. You know, that's how we learn sometimes. By making mistakes. Oh, the buffering's getting worse, is it, Miss Grizzly? Oh my God. Well, I'm glad it makes your day there, Cheryl. Uh, but not everyone's saying it's bad connection and buffering and everything like that. What are the five? You mean the five stages? I would have to look it all up and explain it to you, but apparently there's five stages of a civilization of mankind, and we're in the fifth stage, which is the final stage. And it falls in with all the prophecies, the biblical prophecies and everything that we've had certain times and eras on this planet, and now we're at the end here, and the shit's gonna hit the fan, and Jesus is gonna come back and take everything. And that's as simple as I can get. The fifth kind is TV. Okay, that's right, Darlene. Very true. Bible tells you to go out into the marketplace or wherever and get the knowledge. That's right, Carl. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to get back to the way they lived in tents and things and makeshift cabins that they cut down the trees and everything. And we might have to do that again. You never know. But the thing is with gaining knowledge, like I've learned how to do survival. I've learned how to do, build stuff in the wilderness and survive in the wilderness and forage food. And, um, you know, I might live a long time out there if everything disappeared. You know what I mean? But that's part of knowledge. Of course, Miss Grizzly, Nostradamus wrote about this and a lot of things. It's just his quatrains are hard to decipher sometimes. But yeah, every time you turn around, that's the funny thing though, is hard to decipher. But when you see the events happen before you, you go, oh, that's what he's saying. But yeah, he talked about this kind of stuff too. That's right, Lori. There's a lot of um, I'm going to say biblical books, but they're all part of one book. And there's no such thing as a Holy Bible. Never has been, especially way back in history. It was called Biblos. Biblos means book, and it was historical. All the Old Testament is historical. It's about the history of who we are and where we came from and who created us. And that it's very condensed and it's maybe hard to read at times, but um, yeah. There's a lot that was actually thrown out and hidden from us for a long time. And the Book of Enoch, one of the most famous ones, I hope. I was into that way back before the internet was exploding with the Book of Enoch, but that one will blow your mind. And that's, but there's so much more than that. and there's other books and everything. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been rewritten by the Pope, but it's been rewritten by certain, I don't know, without having a better word for it, evil people, corrupt people. That's a better word. They've been trying to hide the truth from us for a very, very long time, and this probably goes back to the beginning of time. But especially in the last, I'm going to say 300 years at least, maybe 500 years. Yeah, that sounds more like it. They've definitely been trying to hide the truth from us for a very, very long time. Yeah, it's more like 1,000 years. Well, you're not kidding, man. The popes are the most evil people on the planet, especially the original ones like the Borgias. You ever know about the Borgias? Go and look them up and watch the movie. And the movie actually makes the real Borgias look like a picnic, right? And that movie really made them look nasty. And they're even worse than what in the they were evil, evil people. There you go. Darlene says, yes, Miss Grizzly, Nostradamus did write about it. Confirmation. Yeah, I knew he did too. I just don't remember which quatrains and what they were speaking about. I haven't read Nostradamus for probably 20 years now. So much more information to get. That's exactly right, Cheryl. If we don't meet each other in person day and time, we will meet in heaven. That's the thing that a lot of people think of Armageddon and the end of the world and end of everything is the end. It's like, and they're afraid it's all going to be gone. No, the main point of that is we're going to come to the point where we almost destroy ourselves, and God has to stick His hand in and stop all this. Otherwise, we will destroy us. And the only reason He's stopping it is for the elite. But after that, the whole point is you get rid of all the evil, and all the good people on the planet will have a minimum of 1,000 years of Garden of Eden here again, right? And that's the point, is not the end of the world, Armageddon. It's the after the Armageddon, the beautiful place we're all looking for. Yeah, you're right, Carl. The new world orders, they're already there. They're not coming. They're there. They've been working on this for a long time. We have documents and statements and everything going back to the 1980s about the new world order, and it's been going on even longer than that. I'm going to say it's been going on since minimum the founding of the USA. It's been going on that long. But yes, somewhere, somehow, someday we will all meet again. It's like the soul is immortal, it lives forever. It's just the body that dies, and it's just a vessel that we're in to get through one life at a time. But um, but yeah, we will see each other, and everyone, like all your loved ones that have um, passed on, you know, either lately or way back in the past. We're all coming back out, and we'll all be together. And that's, when they're going to weed out the good from bad and everything like that. But, and then the good that are left over, we will all be again together again. Oh, that's right. Our job's to clean up the earth there, Darlene. Yep. But I mean, we won't know everything and truly what's going on and what's gonna happen in the spiritual or godly realm, pretty much until we get there. So, like Jesus always says, you know, why are you worried about tomorrow when you don't even know what today's gonna bring you? So, stay out of the past. It's all done and gone. Stay out of the future. You don't know what's coming. Just enjoy the moment and stay in the moment and the here and the now, and make the most of what you can every single day in the here and the now. And because, even though we know what's going to happen, like we're all going to be back together and again, we don't know how it's going to look, or, you know, the big picture of it all. We just have a little tiny idea of it. Oh, we just went over. So how's the visuals? Is it coming and going again still, or what's happening? But anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. Just to end on that note, is I'm looking forward to the after the Armageddon and when the shit hits the fan and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to the after because I believe in my heart that I will be saved because I try hard that way. Um, I'm not saying I'm really all that good. I'm just saying that I try hard to lean towards the good, and I believe I will be saved, and I will be one of the sheep, and that kind of sheep I don't mind. Today's sheep, they're lost. Today's sheep, but the sheep when we get to the goats and the sheep at the final judgment, I want to be one of the sheep, and I believe I will anyway. Oh, the picture's mostly garbled for you, Miss Grizzly. Oh, oh, terrible vision. Oh, that's not good, Darlene. I'm glad you guys have hung in all this time, even with a bad picture. You can hear the sound and we're communicating that. That's cool. But that's too bad that it's not the good. Cheryl, that's another thing we're gonna just have to wait and see when it gets there. Because, okay, here's a good example. Everyone that has ever lived will be come back to life and then be judged, and they will be given their own personal book of life, and let's say they need a lot of repenting to do. Wow, I'm getting a problem here. Hitler will be resurrected. He'll stand before his maker, and he will have at that point to repent everything that he's ever done, and he can be saved. And the repentance has got to be deep down in your soul, right? It's got to be a change in your soul. So everyone that's ever been evil has that ability and will be forgiven and all that. So there's so many levels to this that you just got to wait till we get there and know that you will be seeing all your loved ones again at some time or other and that sort of thing. This is bugging me too. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Still wearing it, Carl. Still got it. There we go. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, I think for today, I was gonna actually sing more songs. I actually wrote more songs down. So I got something for next time. And hopefully you'll like them and I can do a better job of them. Oh, trouble. That's right. Carl said it right. Cheryl, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. Are you taking off, Miss Grizzly, or you just know that down here? Anyway, Miss Grizzly, well, there is, but you don't have another 5 hours. Oh, seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. I'm gonna have to cut it off here, everybody. Oh, I can't answer that right now, Cheryl, because I'll probably go out. But um, not a lot to do today. I've got full food everywhere here. I don't have to do anything, but I'm gonna go over to my friend's place and try and do some tweaking on the motorhome here and see what we can figure out. Um, and yeah, that's about it, pretty much. Hopefully that explains that in a nutshell for you. Oh, Mama Mia might have fallen asleep. She was here earlier. Yeah, she was here earlier. I saw her way back in the beginning. Mama Mia was here, so she could have fallen asleep. She tries to hang in there, but it's well past midnight for there. What's for dinner, Darlene? I actually don't know yet. Haven't thought of it much. I'm gonna look in the freezer and just grab something for the dogs and something for me. Oh, thanks, Night Owl and everybody. Thank you all for all that. Anyway, yeah, before anything bad happens again, like we disconnect completely and I don't end properly, we're gonna have to catch you next time. Thank you guys for all showing up again. It was a great, great conversation we had, and you're welcome, Cheryl. For I always try to be there. I'm glad you appreciate it and everything. We all need someone to bounce off of, or bounce things off of, or lean on, or whatever, here now and again. Oh, steak and gravy and cornbread, Carl, you're killing me. I right now I can't even think. It's been such a crazy day. I can't think of anything but right now the moment. What's for dinner? Like it's I don't know. Who cares? Like there's stuff there. Oh, okay. Anyway, I can't wait to talk to you all next week either, Darlene. Yeah, it'll be good. I think I'm slap happy from this one. It's a bit nuts. Anyway, let's hope that next one, let's all pray that next one, no glitches, no disconnections, no bad stuff with the technical abilities. Okay. You guys all take care. I'm going to sign off now. So take care, stay safe, stay in the moment, and just enjoy the moment and what God blesses you with the here and now. And don't did it again. Walk away. Heart, Cheryl, and all of you. And just